Here's a look at the day ahead here at Capital OTB on this Friday, January 30th. With the cool weather, there are continuing cancellations. I say cool, -1 when I left the house today. But Aqueduct, Oaklawn, Meadowlands canceled, along with Mahoning, Charlestown, Rosecroft, Turfway, and Dover. Aqueduct is canceled throughout the weekend, as is Turfway and Oaklawn. Oaklawn will kick back into action after taking their January break next weekend. They were scheduled this weekend, but they're having cold temperatures down there. So Oaklawn next weekend, and that looks like the game plan next week for the return in New York as well. But here on the network today, and via obviously Capital OTB Bet, Gulfstream, Tampa, a little later Santa Anita, Mohawk, Yonkers, and Western Fair. So it should be some action, and there's a nice card at Gulfstream and Tampa that, again, we can live vicariously. Although I think it's cool down in Florida, too. I was going to say live vicariously. It's certainly warmer than it is here, but cool for their norm. So plenty of action, which will include Pick 3 Bankroll. I'll hit on that in a moment. Do want to update you on some of the news from the day. Obviously, one of the highlights is off the Derby Trail, Ted Noffey had what is diagnosed as bone bruising, had a couple of workouts, was pointing for the Fountain of Youth at the end of February, but Todd Pletcher unhappy with the way he was moving a couple days ago. They did an exam, and bone bruising, be off 90 days, Pletcher said, aiming probably to come back Saratoga time for Ted Noffey. So Ted Noffey on the sidelines for a while. She's So Spicy, the champion female sprinter from last year, also on the sidelines just briefly though, but it will preclude her scheduled trip to Saudi Arabia for the stake there, the sprint stake there. So She's So Spicy not going to Saudi with a skin infection. Trainer said likely sidelined for a week, not a big thing. They may aim for a sprint in Dubai, or they may just stick locally in the United States for some action. But She's So Spicy not going to make the trip to Saudi. And Umberto Rispoli, who unseated last weekend at Gulfstream and had broken an ankle and fractured tibia and fibula, I think, but going in for a second surgery. He's still down in Florida. They'll have the second surgery. His agent said probably leaves for home, Southern California, next week, and no timetable for a return for Umberto Rispoli, but certainly wishing him the best and a speedy recovery. All right, let me update you on events, and I kind of hinted to it, alluded earlier. Today, there's the 150 Pick 3 Bankroll, $150 Pick 3 Bankroll. Team has been selected, but if you tune in this afternoon, we'll update you on the Pick 3 plays. I'm going to take a look at scratches and whatnot and formulate all of that. And as I say, we will update you. We'll post the plays on the website as well, so folks on the team obviously can follow along. But all of you, if you aren't on the team, follow along and root. Try to see if we can get some of your fellow players a little extra money with the Pick 3 Bankroll today. Tomorrow it's Holy Bull Day down at Gulfstream. Nice card down there. Also the Swale on the 3-year-old side. Some other stakes action. Also stakes over at Tampa as well. But not only do you get to enjoy that if you come to the Clubhouse Racebook tomorrow, you get to play the board contest. So again, schedule that before your Saturday afternoon activity. Clubhouse Racebook, horse racing. You can watch the sports down on our sports screens. Grab a little lunch at Black Bear, and maybe win a little extra something with the Play the Board contest. Tomorrow, Saturday, Clubhouse Racebook, 711 Central Avenue in Albany. And that is the day ahead and more here at Capital OTB.